Folks, the nonprofit organization Judicial Watch has filed a major federal lawsuit against Attorney General Pam Bondi and the DOJ for refusing to release the Epstein client list. The lawsuit alleges the Trump administration is violating the Freedom of Information Act. Judicial Watch wants the court to force the DOJ to release all relevant records. Joining me now, President of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. Sir, it's great to see you. In February, the DOJ released roughly, 200-page document related to Epstein. The White House put on a big show of this with social media influencers there, but it really provided no big revelations. The president has ordered these files to be released. How can DOJ refuse to follow those orders, number one? And what about the potential violations of the Freedom of Information Act that you articulated in your lawsuit?
Yeah, it was a simple request. We said, give us the Epstein records. Chris, we asked the Justice Department and the FBI also for records in Kash Patel's office and Attorney General Bondi's office for records about that whole screw-up of a release where it was revealed that there may have been FBI interference or some other interference in the review of the documents. And when we asked for the records under law, we gave them more than enough time, more time than even the law necessarily calls for, to respond to us. We've gotten no response. And in my view, this is the best way to get the information to the American people in a trustworthy fashion, because through the FOIA process, you get the documents. They are required typically to tell you what documents you're not getting, if they're withholding anything, what they're withholding and why, some detail there, where the records were, who did the search, what was searched, all essential to reassure the public that we're getting everything that's possibly to be gotten on this Epstein scandal. Not only the client list, but even going back to the circumstances of his death. Lots of questions remain about these various issues.
I have my own reasons, but why do you think the Epstein information should be released?
Because it was a scandal. It was a powerful person who seemingly got away with serious crimes. He's connected to powerful individuals. It's not just an American scandal, it's an international scandal. The poor Queen of England was having to deal with her son, Prince Andrew, getting caught up in this abuse, it looks like. And so people want to know who else was involved. They want to know the full scope of it and how he got away with abusing more women for years, despite the feds having him dead to rights.
Yeah, women and children. Meantime, Massachusetts Judge Indira Telwani is unconstitutionally trying to stop the Trump administration by issuing another nationwide injunction to revoke and deport 500,000 illegal aliens who were flown in here by the Biden regime under the parole program. This judicial tyranny is a direct violation of the president's Article 2 powers. Everybody sees that. Doesn't Congress need to act to rein in this judiciary before the entire country loses complete confidence in the judicial branch?
Well, Congress needs to do what Congress is able to do under the Constitutional powers. And they have a variety of techniques available to them, limiting on jurisdiction and how broad their injunctions can be. Can have one district court judge essentially grind the federal government to a halt when it comes to immigration enforcement. And then, of course, you've got the impeachment power ultimately. And none of this seems to have been used thus far by Congress in recent, frankly, not years, but decades. And it's about time Congress take a look at all of those options. And just on this specific case, so Joe Biden brings in tens of thousands of individuals in an abusive parole authority, just in a whole fell swoop. And President Trump wants to remove that parole amnesty, and the judge says, oh, no, you can't do it. And you have to do each person one at a time. So it would take decades potentially to remove everyone that Biden brought in minutes. It's just an absurd double standard in terms of the law. And, these judges sat by, not specifically, but generally, the judiciary sat by as Joe Biden let an invasion occur into these United States. They did virtually nothing. But President Trump removes one person, it's a constitutional crisis.
Absolutely. The double standard is right in your face. And folks, now you know why we say God bless Judicial Watch. Tom Fitton, thank you very much. Appreciate the time. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.